Hi, this is Felissa Rose. I'm Angela from Sleepaway Camp, and you're listening to Rock Video Rental.
Hey everyone, welcome to Rock Video Rental. I am Brandon. With me as always is Caleb, and we are doing our last movie of Rocktober, part 6. So I figured it was only necessary that we cover Rocktober Blood. It is from 1984 and is directed by Beverly Sebastian. The plot is a crazed rock singer returns from the dead to murder members of his former band. That's not even true, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
The cast, we got Trey Lauren as Billy I. Harper, Dana Scoggins as Lynn, Canna Cockrell as Honey Bear, Renee Hubbard as Donna, Ben Sebastian as the security guard, Nigel Benjamin as Chris Keene, Tony Rista as Tony, David Mabels as the TV announcer. This is the second time I've seen this movie.
Rock.
The first time I saw it, I went to a pawn shop in the middle of nowhere with my brother, and I was looking at the VHS tapes and saw this, and I'm like, this looks like a crappy slasher movie. And I paid $1 for it. And it
I'd
was
buy
in
that for
super
a
good.
dollar.
It was in super good shape. I watched it. I'm like, this is pretty terrible. And then when I moved into a small apartment and I was getting ready to move to the town I live in now, I ended up getting rid of all my VHS tapes. I sold a bunch of them on eBay, and I sold Rocktober Blood. And I'm kicking myself for that because if you look on eBay for this movie on VHS, and I went to Alive Again, the horror store in Grand Rapids, and he had a copy of this movie on VHS that was in worse shape than what I have, and he had it priced at $160. Because
No.
apparently it's pretty rare. Yeah, I was talking to the owner, and I'm like, I used to own this movie, and I paid $1 for it, and I sold it, and I kick myself for that all the time. And he's like, yeah, I've had tons of movies that are worth a lot of money that I sold for next to nothing. And he's like, it's not really something you should dwell on because it's just gonna piss you off.
Yeah, you gotta let it go.
Yeah, he's like, you just gotta forget about it. And yeah, I was actually somewhat looking forward to watching this because, like I said, the first time I saw it, I thought it was pretty terrible. But I've seen like other people on YouTube and stuff talk about it and say like how it's a pretty decent movie and has some things going for it. So it was definitely worth a rewatch. Um, I think probably the strongest thing with this movie is the music. The
Okay.
music's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, it's
It's 80s,
some of
corny
the
80s metal.
yeah, some of the music hits pretty hard. And then others is just kind of like
Yeah, some of it's kind of meh,
like the
but you
main
get,
song is really good.
yeah, yeah, that, I'm back.
Yeah.
That one and Killer on the Loose at the end was
Yeah.
pretty good.
But then
And then,
Rainbow Eyes.
yeah, we keeps calling her Rainbow Eyes. Like,
Yeah.
why would you call someone Rainbow Eyes?
I don't know. I mean, like,
She's got rainbow eyes.
it's the music is really good. The lyrics are not good for that
No.
one. Cause yeah, like I was like kind of like jamming out to it, but yeah, the lyrics like I've got rainbow eyes, you've got rainbow eyes, we've got rainbow eyes. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah. Um, and it cracked me up too when Billy Eyes doing his laying down his vocal track for the song. Um, I'm back, or he's back, or something. I can't remember what the name of the song was, but he gets at the end and he's doing his, typical 80s metal scream. And instead of just like holding out a long high note or doing a shorter one and then ending it with like a yeah or something like that, he just keeps doing like 10 seconds of the same note, pausing and then doing it again. Where he's like, ah, and it's so bad. Like, oh God. Like, I like some 80s metal that a lot of people would probably consider trash, but um, I don't know of any like decent ones that I've listened to that had anything like that. Uh, and the dude has a decent voice. I mean, he had the voice for an 80s metal band.
Yeah,
I
well,
can get up there.
I think it says the Nigel guy was the singing voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he
because
did.
the music in this movie was all done by a band called Sorcery,
Hmm.
an 80s band called Sorcery. So, yeah, that's what I meant. Like, the guy's actually singing it
Yeah.
has pretty good range in his voice, and it's kind of what you would expect with a 80s metal band. Kind of similar to Grim Reaper or something like that, or like a super poor man's Judas Priest. It's like get these high pitched
Wish.com.
screams and stuff. Yeah, the wish.com. I don't even know if it's that. It'd be like Judas Priest if you found him in a dumpster behind an Outback Steakhouse or something.
The Bollywood Judas Priest.
With a lot less a lot less of that.
But getting the vocals.
Oh yeah. Oh man. And it made me laugh too that the name of their tour was the Rocktober Blood '84 tour. Oh gosh. I think it's funny too how like it starts off with him laying down his vocal track, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's killing people.
Yeah, it started out so fast. I was so confused, man. Like so
Yeah.
confused because it starts out he does that and then like Lynn the girl is just kind of like, oh yeah, like what about us and what about my singing part, and he's like, oh forget you, like I'm going out with a groupie or something, blah blah blah, and like I tell the girls whatever they want, and I'm just like, what the, like what is going on?
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, boom, he's back and then starts killing people. And it's like, okay, this is kind of abrupt. And I guess it's explained a little bit at the end, but still, like, the pacing in this movie is very bizarre.
Hmm.
Uh, and he's like holding a knife up to the girl's throat, and he's like, sing your part. And she's like crying through it. And he's like, that's bullshit. He's like, sing it better than that. And then all of a sudden, the cop shows up, and this cop is the least intimidating cop you could ever see because he's like, hey, fucker, you're under arrest. And I'm like, who are you, Walter Jr. from Breaking Bad? You're under arrest.
You killed Uncle Frank? Gosh.
Uncle Billy Eye.
Well, the in that scene too, that was just so bad. Like, okay, gotta say it right now. Horrible writing,
Yeah.
horrible acting.
Oh, for sure.
So that being said, the segment that you were just talking, the scene that you were just talking about, and the segment of sing, no, you're doing a crappy job, shut up. Sing, no, you're doing a crappy job, shut up. Just like, what the crap, dude? Make up your
Sing
mind.
it, sing it.
Oh man, that was
Uh,
so bad.
it's like you shut your mouth when you're talking to me. It's
Yes.
pretty much what that was. Uh, yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go through all the people that are in this movie and pick out the person who had the strongest performance, you're probably still gonna pick out the guy who played Billy Eye.
Yeah, he did
All he could with
the
what he was
least
given.
worst.
Yeah,
And he gave, and he, yeah, exactly, he gave it his all. He went all in.
he's like um the girl in Miami Connection. where it's like she's still not a great actress, but she's doing way better than all these other people.
Dude, I thought you were gonna say that he's like the witch from Troll too.
Oh my gosh. The witch from Troll 2. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the acting way. Or the ant from Sleepaway Camp.
Oh, that's a better
Just
one.
hamming it up.
Yeah, that's a better one right there.
Yeah, that's like a two-handed ham sandwich there. But I was just thinking the Pat Benatar ripoff from Miami Connection, where it's like she's not a great actress, but she's better than YK Kim and the guy who played Jeff. Leave her alone. We had some of that in this. I mean, the main girl
Oh yeah.
who kind of takes over as the lead singer. Um, she's pretty awful.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's
she
the dialogue or what, but like, ugh.
no, some of it's the writing, but she also is just not a very good actress.
Like if
So
she was more wooden, then she'd be in a forest with branches on her. I mean, it's pretty bad. The delivery is pretty awful. And then when she takes over the band goes from being like a Judas Priest wannabe to um. And I know you're probably not going to get this reference, but I know if Jeff Beers is probably listening, he'll get it. But they sound a lot like Soraya. There's a song called "Love That's Taken Its Toll," and it's kind of what like. The sound of it reminded me of, or like Lee Aaron, who's a Canadian um metal singer from the 80s. But her like the girl's voice was pretty decent.
hmm
It's just again that song that she was singing wasn't the greatest.
yeah.
But it's one of those things that's like it's so kind of bad that it's great.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain.
Well,
Like,
this
and
is
that's
like
just the kind of, I mean, this is just like the kind of music that I love. So,
well, it's
like,
also this very easily could have qualified for an awesomely bad movie.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, this not so much like with funny dialogue. I mean, I got one that I remember from the first time I saw this movie, and I'll never forget the line because it's one of the most disgusting and awkward lines I've ever heard in a horror movie.
Yeah.
But, and I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Um, but this is more of like it's pretty incompetent, but it's also got the cheese factor of over the top uh 80s metal where it's like every cliche you can think of from like Spinal Tap kind of thrown in here, but
Yeah.
taken seriously.
Oh, he said it over the top.
Yeah, you gotta say almost every episode.
Yeah.
So the line I'm speaking of is there's a part where the girl singer and her friend go to stay a friend go to stay in a cabin like in the woods to like relax like because she's like she keeps having visions of Billy Eye coming after her.
hmm
It's like, okay, take some time, take a break from the tour, relax, recoup, get back together, you know. So they keep getting this phone call and someone keeps hanging up and then finally the voice in the other line is Billy Eye and she's like, "What do you want?" He goes, "Blood." He's like, "I want your hot, steaming pussy blood all over my face." What?
Yeah.
What? Like the
That
first time I heard that, I'm like, did I just hear what I thought I heard?
was that matches the level of crazy over the top that the Billy actor was in this movie.
Yeah, that
Like
was the
that quote
biggest
sums it up.
WTF line of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
But the way that he acted and the way that he portrayed the character and the other stupid maniac stuff that he did towards the end,
yeah,
like that all, I mean, didn't necessarily like make me feel good, but that all tied together for just how chaotic and ridiculous it was.
yeah. Another thing that's ridiculous was that the longest bath scene in the history of movies.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I was
She's
gonna
laying in the bathtub and she's like cleaning herself and she's laying there like relaxing. We see the entire bath. She
Yeah.
climbs out, grabs a towel, dries herself off, puts clothes on, and walks out of the bathroom.
I'm surprised they didn't have us watch the tub drain.
Right? I'm surprised they didn't show her like taking a dump before she got in the bathtub.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like they covered all the bases. Like,
the
what is going on?
the worst thing about that is they essentially did that kind of back to back where they showed, because typically what you see in horror movies is like a shower bath scene where, like, of course they have to show the girl getting naked,
Yeah.
and then they get in, and then they like skip the actual act of doing the shower or bath, and then they show
Yeah.
them getting out.
Hmm.
Not this. They were just like, okay, you want to take a 5 minute bath? Okay, take a 5 minute bath. We'll film it. We'll put it in the movie, and then we'll move on. But so they do that. And then they essentially did the same thing too later at the finale rock show, where it's just like, okay, you know how in a typical movie they would just do part of the song, and then they would either cut to the next song, or they would show some very like important progression in the movie while the song is playing.
Yeah, not
We're
in this.
we're gonna disregard that, and we're just gonna play the entire song, and we're just going to perform the song, and there's going to be no added content.
Yeah. Two
Like it.
songs, dude.
Oh yeah. Well, one of them. Well, no, you're right. Yeah, both of them basically had no added context to it.
Yeah, like we got the I'm Back song,
Mm-hmm.
and then we get the Killer on the Loose song.
Yeah.
And Billy comes out with the mask on, but we find out that's not Billy. That's Billy's evil twin, John.
Which, let's address the absolute flipping stupidity of this concept. Okay. Like
Yeah.
honestly, because partway through I was just like, okay, I had in my notes, I'm like, okay, one of two things is happening. Either the main girl is crazy and she thinks she's seeing the killer when actually she's the one who killed everybody.
Yeah.
Like she just like hallucinated it, or she's trying to convince herself that she didn't do it. Or there's some kind of like a twin brother situation, which of course it winds up being the twin brother situation.
Long lost evil twin brother.
Not long lost though, exactly, because he says that his brother Billy stole all his music. And so if that's the case, and also, so it's John and Billy. Billy's the original guy who got framed
Yep.
and was killed for it and everything. Um, John said that he wrote the music and that he wrote the music for her. So this guy, the twin brother, was around and he said he went to the show. So he was there. Like
And she
this
didn't
was,
recognize him.
yeah, like there was like, how did people not know this guy existed? And also, when Billy was on trial, how the F did they not say, hey, dude, by the way, I have a twin brother. I did not do these murders. You should probably investigate my twin brother.
Yeah. Maybe you should question John
Yeah.
because he looks just like me.
Yeah. I didn't
And
do
he's kind of
this.
crazy.
Exactly. And he's jealous and he says that I stole his music, but this is my music. And so he probably went crazy and did something. But no, like it's the general concept could work. But that whole idea of someone being wrongfully convicted for that and just basically glossing over the whole idea of, oh, they never brought up that they have a twin brother and this is such shocking new information. Like
Yeah.
honestly, it pissed me off. I was like, okay, this just makes me mad at this point.
Yeah. That's I mean the whole evil twin brother thing has been done so many times. Um and there's really no excuse in this one. Like it's just a plot hole. And it's not like there's another slasher movie called Blood Rage. And I'm not ruining anything in it because they show it right at the beginning that there's brothers. But like the one twin brother kills people and then the other one gets blamed for it.
Mm-hmm.
So like I mean it's at least that one was somewhat of an excuse because they were kids.
Yeah.
Where like this one, they're full grown adults, and it couldn't be like, okay, it wasn't me that did it. It was my brother. I have a twin brother. His name is John. He's crazy. He's jealous of me. It's like it was him. But no, they just execute poor Billy. They didn't even
Yeah.
do anything. And when they dig up his corpse, he's literally just like a plastic skeleton with a bandana on.
Yeah. Oh man.
Hey, Rainbow Eyes. Oh gosh. Some of the some of the kills in this are kind of ridiculous. Um, we get your typical, you know, we get Kevin who gets his throat slit. That's a typical one. Mary gets strangled with tape and then impaled. Donna gets dismembered. And then Honey Bear, she's like the stylist,
Okay.
gets an iron to the neck and it kills her like instantly, but then he hangs her with a cord.
Yeah.
Like I
Like
get that, but like he couldn't wrap the cord around her neck first and then burn her face with the iron. It would have been
yeah,
a little more believable.
yeah, that one an iron wouldn't kill someone from the heat.
Yeah. And then there's two concert victims that get stabbed with a sword and disemboweled. And then the third concert victim gets decapitated.
Hmm.
And then John I gets electrocuted at the end. And it's very weird.
But he's
Like
still able to
he's
finish
like
his song.
yeah, he's like hitting a note, but he's like ha ha ha, and he's like sparks shooting off him, and then blood starts pouring off the top of his head,
Yeah.
and then he looks into the camera and it freezes, and then it plays the credits.
Roll credits.
Yeah, roll credits in the song.
Yeah, that I had down that the ending was one of the worst horror movie endings.
Yeah, it really wasn't the best. Um, but I mean, if I'm looking for a 80s metal slasher movie, I'm probably gonna go with Trick or Treat,
Okay.
which is a pretty good one. It's got Skippy Handelman from Family Ties in it. He plays the main character, and he can like communicate with this dead rock star by playing uh, a record that he has, like
Okay.
some really rare record. He plays it like backwards or something like that, and he can communicate with him. But that one's pretty good. It's got Ozzy and Gene Simmons in it too.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, that one's a pretty solid one. Um, and then you got things like Black Roses and Rock and Roll Nightmare. I have not seen Rock and Roll Nightmare, so I can't really speak on that one. But Black Roses is pretty good. And that one's got music from Lizzie Borden, I believe, 80s band. But yeah, I mean, this one, it's bad. I will say it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. And I don't, it's a fun movie, and there's things that are so bad in it that it's funny. Like the whole kill with the iron cracked me up. I'm like, how is that supposed to kill somebody like instantly?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Trivia and facts. I don't have very much,
Real
but
quick, I got one more thing. Because we've talked about the bad acting, we've talked about the bad writing, we've talked about we haven't really talked a whole lot about it, but like bad editing,
yeah.
like but one thing that we haven't talked about that might be the worst thing of all in this movie is the lighting.
Oh yeah, dude, this movie's so dark and murky.
Oh my gosh, it's so bad. I was just like, I don't even know what's going on right now. I just know that you're trying to imply that the killer is there somewhere, and that's it. Like, I don't know where we are in the house. I don't know what's happening. You're trying to make it scary, but honestly, right now I'm more frustrated than anything because I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. Um, there's movies that are even darker and murkier and harder to figure out than this.
I
Slasher
believe
movies.
it. Yeah.
There's The Final Terror is kind of known for that. And another one was Humongous.
Okay.
I had that one on VHS a while ago. That one, like, they lightened it up quite a bit in like the Blu-ray and 4K release, but the VHS release, like, you can't see jack crap.
Hmm.
It's so dark. It's like, did you guys not even have a flashlight to use? But yeah, I would say this one suffers from that at times too. It's just too dark. But, so trivia and facts is this movie was banned from the in the Australian state of Queensland until the early 90s when the Queensland Censorship Board was disbanded.
What? That's
I
odd.
don't know why this was one of them they banned. It was subject of the to controversy when Ferd and Beverly Sebastian created a crowdfunding campaign to make a sequel. The campaign was promised to mail a new Blu-ray DVD transfer of 35 millimeter elements to anybody who gave $50 plus $10 shipping to the campaign. When the Blu-ray DVD releases came in, the transfer, quote unquote, was simply a VHS rip of the movie. It was theorized that the campaign was just a cover up for a barbecue restaurant in Florida,
Oh my gosh.
although it seems that the campaign came from the fact that Beverly Sebastian wanted to start a charity after her Greyhound rescue mission had failed.
Jeez.
Yeah. The band of the movie is the band Sorcery is from California, and
Hmm.
they are a metal band. And dude, that's it because I could not find a budget and there's no box office.
I am so surprised.
Totally shocked. Uh, but I do have IMDb and a Rotten Tomatoes audience score. What do you
Okay.
think it is?
IMDb, let's go with a 2.
It's a 4.5.
What?
This movie has a cult following to it a little bit.
No, no way. A 4.5?
Yeah.
No freaking way. That's like 1 point less than Final Exam. Final Exam is so much better than this movie.
Yep.
Okay. All right, whatever. Now I'm upset. All right, Rotten Tomato audience 30%.
17.
Okay. That's better.
Yeah, that's a little more accurate, I would say.
Mm,
Um, I guess I'll go first. Like I said, this is a second time, maybe two and a half. I feel like I watched half of it on YouTube another time. This time I watched it on YouTube, and it was a VHS rip, obviously. It was pretty um poorly lit and everything, so yeah. This movie, it's not good, but it's not awful. Like I've seen slasher movies that are worse than this. Um, some off the top of my head is Terror at 10 Killer. That movie's pretty terrible. Um, and Blood Lake. That was a straight to VHS. I think they probably made it for like $1,000, and that's pretty terrible. This one at least tried something different by adding like heavy metal band in it. I thought they probably thought they were being pretty original with having the evil twin brother be the killer, but I
yeah.
mean that's just kind of so cliche
Mm-hmm.
and overdone. I think it's kind of interesting that this movie has a female director.
Mm,
Like you don't see that very much in
yeah.
slasher movies. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think the Slumber Party Massacre movies are the only ones I can think of. And Freddy's Dead, the one of the worst of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. But I don't know. I thought the music was pretty decent. Um, if you're into that kind of stuff like I am. But I think a 2.5 out of 5 is being generous. And that's what I ended up giving it.
Right.
The VHS cover's really cool. I'll say that. It caught my eye. That's why I bought it that one time.
Bonus points.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, so I am lower than what you're at. It's really rough. It does fall into kind of the area of awesomely bad movie. However, there's not, honestly, like outside of the music, there's not really that much awesomely bad about it.
Yeah.
Um, I usually like the idea of when someone has a, maybe it's not necessarily a passion project, but like they want to go out and they want to make a movie. Like, cool, go for
Right.
it. Glad you can complete your project. This one, though, just like had a lot of problems with it and it didn't have a lot of success in it. Like sometimes you can uh be deliberate and get successful, or sometimes you can get there by accident, i.e., The Room.
Hmm.
Um, this didn't really have any of that. Um, music was the saving grace of this movie. There wasn't really a lot with originality to give it bonus points. The acting was so bad, the lighting was so bad, the editing was bad, the writing was bad, just quite a bit of bad. I do agree with you though that there are a lot worse things out there. Um, so you were right in the middle of the road with the 2.5. I was a little bit lower. I landed at 1.5. So,
Okay. Yeah, I would say that's fair. Um, and I guess my uh grade was a little bit higher just because of my love of the kind of music that they're playing.
sure.
So I get that. So that kind of wraps up the movies at least. But we were gonna do one more episode like we usually do and do a wrap up where we like rank the movies, talk about our favorite kills, things like that. Um, Man, maybe for this one we should do like what we think is the best VHS cover out of these because that was a big aspect in the slasher movies. But if you guys are liking the show, please subscribe and share. You can follow us on social media. We're on pretty much every platform. Check out YouTube, check out TikTok, check out our website if you're looking for some more horror movie recommendations. I got lots of reviews and a blog on there. And come by next time. We are going to be wrapping up the whole month and doing our rankings and all that kind of fun stuff. So until then, as always, be kind and rewind.